Hi. Sorry about the huge gap between the videos. I had an accident, so I'm still recovering from it. And the hat is just because my hair is a mess. I'm doing some housework. I don't like doing housework, but at the same time I'm glad that I can do them kind of chores, finally. Anyway, today is not about me, it's never about me, it's about tea. From Mei Leaf I got this, I got this sample package of frozen summit oolong tea. It is a Taiwanese tea, elevation of 1200 meters. Those are the only things that I looked up on Mei Leaf tea, so I know what I'm dealing with. I'm going to use my Shui pot, the jumping knife one, because I just like it, and I have my tea pads here, and I have the big tea tray out. There you go, maybe it's facing you a little bit better this way, because I just felt a bit more fancy. This water buffalo started to, after all of these years, started to peel off its color changing skin. It's just really peeling off. I will have to replace it. These cheaper Amazon whatever dragons, they are holding up better than the water buffalo from Mei Leaf. That's a bit interesting. Yeah, so without any further ado, let's open this up. Let's see how it looks like. I put it, maybe if I just move it this way, then you can see it. I will try to keep it sweet and short, because I know my videos are always very long. And then after this I will have another tea to review, which is not very new at Mei Leaf. It's but I just don't know if anybody has reviewed it. So I have one more to review, and then I will buy a new batch of these so I can review even more. But I'm trying to mix it up a little this time. There you go, all of it is out, I think. Yep, all out. Even from here I can smell its smell. I mean, it has very strong smell, but it's not even smell, scent rather, because smell can be mean bad, but it's not bad at all. I can, from here, from this distance, I can smell some sort of wood, some butteriness, and it's just from this distance. Obviously it was in the packet, so it was a bit more concentrated. Yeah, so they are rolled up, very dark colored leaves, not quite black but really dark brown. Yeah, I can smell wood. I can smell some sort of butteriness. It's interesting. I don't know how much you will see, but this is how it looks like. Anyway, right, let's get this started. So, I have water here ready. Let's warm everything up. We keep it on the sun. Yep, put this there. Put the water buffalo there for showmanship. And there you go, showmanship. A little bit of color changing. And I might just put a little bit of water in this as well. I'm always scared that this will one day just go when I put hot water in. But hey, let's hope it's not going to happen today. And let's put the tea in. It's quite a generous amount, to be honest with you. It says 8 grams, sorry, 8 grams, but it's quite a generous amount. Yeah. Let's shake it about. So these are still kind of obviously dry leaves because I haven't rinsed them. I just like to put it into the hot clay. It gives me a little bit more. This is really nice. Yeah, I can smell a bit of, maybe a bit of biscuity, maybe a bit of fruitiness, bit of butteriness. There I say chocolate. And you know, normally I have to spend like 5 minutes to dissect what I can smell, but this one is, it's really good. It's really good. Let's give it a rinse. La la la, oops. This is the other thing that you have to be careful of if you have a hole on the top of the lid, that it's going to, as you push it down and if you overfill it, obviously it's going to spout out in the middle right onto your fingers. Just, come on. Oh no, I dropped some out. Ow. Another ow. I should have used a tweezer or something. Anyhow, this is just rinse water, I'm not going to drink that. Let's shake them about a bit, so it's not steam that hits my nose. Oh, okay, I can pick up some green as well. Like, you know, you can't smell the color green, but I mean like the green vegetation, that's the one. Quite a lot of vegetation is coming through, I wasn't expecting this. It completely overpowers the previous smells. And as it cools, now those warmer tones are coming back. The same that I described earlier, so it's not going to have any, well, you say that it's not going to have any different, and then the vegetation smell surprised me. Yeah, I like it, okay. So it has the same smell, but obviously it has this vegetation smell that just hit me in the face out of nowhere, and as it cools down it gives me a little bit more of the previous ones, like that little bit of fruitiness, little bit of that biscuity, but not too much. Let's feed this water for the tea pets, because that's what they are here for. And yes, as usual, I'm not using filter. I used to, in my one of my kind of pot that acts as gong dai bay has a filter, and then I got a filter from Mei Leaf, very fine filter, so it's 2 layered, but then somehow between the layers, it doesn't matter how I try to clean it, there's always that brown tea deposits, and it just, after the first second infusion, it's just not filtering anything. It's just sitting there in the filter, and nothing is coming through, so I'm like, I can't even be bothered with that. So yeah, so I have that as a, I don't know, memento maybe. Anyway, should be like 20 seconds. Let's have a look. Okay, very clear liquor. I mean, wow. Get out every single drop, if I can. Right, so that's how the liquor looks like. Okay, the leaves opened up. Wow, okay. 8 grams, especially, they started to open up, the leaves. And they are really dark, like as dark as an ant. So it's not kind of black, but it's brown, but it's really close. It's really, I don't know, let's call it end black brown. I can smell burnt wood as well. Vegetation, biscuitiness, some sort of butteriness. Little bit of fruitiness, but not too much. Let's see, what am I supposed to smell, because there's some spiced poached pears. Oh, I love these things. They put some fancy stuff on that nobody has ever heard of. God knows how do they smell or taste like. Sounds fancy though. But yeah, buttery dark baked biscuits. Spiced poached pears. You can have a kind of an imagination, but you know what, let's not try to imagine something that you have no idea of. Let's just smell the real thing. It's like Nvidia's AI enhanced frames, you know, creating four frames for every single one instead of actually rendering the stuff. But we are not going to comment on that because this is a tea video, not a tech video, and there's plenty of videos about it. Anyhow, so liquor. Oh, it's bloody hot. Woo. What did you expect, eh? So it's very, very clear. I don't know if you can probably see my eye. If I put it in front of my eye, it's that clear. I can clearly see the camera through it. There's nothing floating in it. Obviously there's some broken tea leaf bits at the bottom, but those are from the leaf. It's clear. Oh, and the color, obviously it looks really golden orangey. Obviously from your point of view it looks a little bit darker, it looks a little bit more rust orange color, but I'm looking through the windows and as the light comes from the outside it just makes it more yellowy. Anyhow, maybe I should start tasting this tea. And where am I supposed to put you? I put you there, get you out of the way. Because we want to see me pouring the tea. I actually put you there. It's hot. Captain Obvious. I need more. I need more. It is really hard to start with things like, ooh, texture, this is what I smell and whatsoever, because the first thing that you get is the temperature and the taste. But texture wise, I'm saying this is medium. This is not thick at all, obviously. And it has so I have the tea in my mouth and I exhale through my nose. This burnt wood smell comes through. It's not too oily. I don't have that kind of coating effect. It's there a little bit, but it's not oily. It's not like some of the teas that they are really coating and you can really feel it, like it's nearly sticking your tongue together, whatever. Tongue together, you only have one, unless you split your tongue, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I can taste the vegetation, bit of the fruitiness. Yeah, like these really baked biscuits that are coming through. What's the next? I really like this tea. Yeah, pretty much that's about it. Pretty much I can taste what I can smell. And this is just the first infusion. How does it make me feel? Well, it's good because obviously for the price that you pay for this tea, you get something that smells and tastes good. So that's positive, yeah, because they are quite. This one is quite expensive. Other than that, I don't feel much yet because it's the first infusion. Obviously it has the warming effect, but that's because of temperature. It doesn't... Ooh, I just managed to put everything. It doesn't feel like that it has long finish. So you swallow it and then it's gone. Let's see a second infusion. And then make it a little bit longer. Let's just put this here in the middle. I like this teapot. I really love how it looks like. And it's very nice. Anyway, hang on, we're talking about the tea, not the teapot. As it cooled down a little bit in the cup, more of the vegetation taste comes through and smell. Although it says on the guide to brew it with 99 degrees temperature, maybe do a little bit lower, maybe 97 if you can measure it. Otherwise, you know, just as soon as the water starts boiling, then just turn the kettle off. It might benefit the tea a little bit better. I wasn't counting the seconds. I was just thinking this should be enough. And then you can check it on the video if I was correct or not. Let me know in the comments if I was correct or not. Because why not? Okay, the leaves opened up quite a lot, right? And that 8 gram already occupies like 80% of the teapot. Ow! Ow! Okay, I wasn't expecting the steam going right into my eyeball. Oh, right here. Don't do that. It hurts. Anyhow, obviously the color hasn't changed too much, it went a little bit darker. You can see it here. And then, yes, I'm looking at my phone to see if I am positioning the tea correctly. Right. Let's see if second infusion has made any change to the taste. Oh, my eye really hurts. Oh well, never mind. This is what happens when Average Joe has a tea tasting video. Okay, taste hasn't changed that much, so that's a good sign. I have to check that. Because it kind of felt like that there's maybe a little bit of a tiny little bit of drying effect in my mouth. Could be just me. Could be the water, the tap water, because pretty much I'm filling up the kettle with tap water. That's what you do anyway. Unless you are going really crazy and you get some spring water and you filter it through charcoal and then, I don't know, God knows what. Or you even go further and you use distilled water, or deionized water, shall I say. And actually it would be funny. How would it taste like with deionized water? Because obviously it says, in one of the videos Don says that the water affects the taste of the tea a lot. And of course yes, because obviously all the minerals. But I just wondered, because if you use deionized water, you would only get the taste of the tea affected by the clay that you infuse it in. Because I assume, although I haven't tried deionized water, I assume that deionized water would have no taste. This is not an advertisement for deionized water. By the way, the other funny thing that I noticed when I looked up this tea, that it is its other name is Dong Ding Oolong. I nearly called it Ding Dong Oolong, Ding Dong Oolong, Dong Ding Oolong. So it sounds like music, ding dong dong ding ding dong. So that's just me being silly. I don't know why is it called Dong Ding Oolong. Maybe I'm not pronouncing it correctly. But yeah, that would be good to know. If somebody could explain to me why is it called Dong Ding Oolong, that would be great. And no, I haven't watched the Mei Leaf videos. I haven't watched any Mei Leaf video for a long time actually, for a few years now. I kind of didn't want to be affected by it, because Don is really good in his videos, and then the next thing you know that you start buying stuff, so yeah. Oh, okay. Maybe it's not a bad idea to talk a lot and let the tea cool down a little bit so it's not burning hot. It has a different kind of level of vegetation taste. It's different. So it is there, but with a little bit of a zing to it. It's not fiery, it's not like KFC's Zinger rice box, but there is this little bit of sharpness, not even sharpness, what would you call it? Like a little hint of extra freshness. Extra freshness. I'm not really. Try the tea and you will see. Yeah. And there is a little bit of a drying effect, as I mentioned. quite a lot actually. Yeah, so it just dried my mouth out. Okay. That's a bit unexpected. But it's not horrible dry. I might have a further infusion with you guys, because why not? Yeah, taste levels are still at the level of first infusion. I don't know how hot this water is. Normally I test it with the teapot if it's still hot enough. If it's changing color and if there's steam, then yeah, it should be hot enough. Ooh. Yeah, it is hot enough. I noticed something. It kind of, maybe the whole procedure as well as the teapot, somehow it has a little bit of a calming effect on me. Yeah. Yeah. Or maybe because you are drinking a hot drink and then you do the whole procedure, but it feels like I have a calming effect on me. So I'm just looking at the water bubble here at the spout, because Don in one of his videos said that, you know, you can see you fill it up with water, and then as the leaves start to absorb water, the water at the spout goes from almost a little bit like this, and what I can see is a little bit of water at the bottom, so it's more like gravity is pulling it down, but the surface tension is just keeping it dangling. Right, let's move this about. Could it be 30 seconds? Should be 30 seconds. Be a bit flamboyant with my pouring. Can you imagine? I would be so flamboyant I would hit it and it would just break. That's what I was thinking. Or worse, this would break. Woo! That would be an expensive video. Okay, so it still comes through as a burnt wood. That very first vegetation punch in the face is gone. But there is some sort of different kind of vegetation note lingering underneath. This is quite a complex one, and I like it. Oh, sorry, you need to see it. La 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 la. Let's see, how does it taste like? Third infusion, don't know how many seconds. I'm sure somebody will tell me in the comments. Right, the water temperature definitely went down. How does that affect the tea? Well, the way it affects it, everything is obviously a little bit less prominent, but same taste, still, third infusion, not bad. This is quite a lot of tea. yeah, drying effect, same taste, same smell, same. And the leaves are still not completely open. They are still halfway open after 3 infusions, which is pretty good. Because obviously if the tea leaves open up first infusion, second infusion, you just extract pretty much a lot more substance from the leaves. But if they stay curled up, they open up slower and slower, and then the distribution of the chemical release from the leaves should be a little bit more consistent over the first couple of infusions. So instead of it dropping down like this, it can just go a little bit like that, you know what I mean? Because obviously as it's still curled up, these bits are not properly touched by the water, but as it opens up, then obviously the water touches every single surface on the leaf. So that's the theory behind it, and there's some logic to it as well. To what extent, you can only find it out by tasting the tea. So you don't really have to do some maths or whatsoever, you just do a couple of infusions, and if after the second infusion the tea has no taste and no color, then... But as you can see, this one after third infusion, the liquor is clear, it's crystal clear. There's nothing floating about. Taste is still the same, smell of the leaves are still the same. Same thickness, maybe it got even a little bit thicker obviously from the first infusion, because the leaves opened up. And yeah, pretty much it's consistent. I know it's just 3 infusions, but still, it is a consistent, complex tea. Does it worth the money? For the taster pack, definitely. And then you can see if you can afford it. But if it's going to be on sale, definitely buy it. Definitely buy it if it's on sale, because then you will have a bargain for the quality, good quality tea. I think this is it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching my video, and as always, yeah, enjoy your tea. Thank you again, and see you next time. Bye.